who the hell knows with these things? It seems like there's no real rhyme or reason. But if there ever was a case for an appeal, he's got it. He 100% has it. He's also, unfortunately, probably been robbed of millions of dollars, because if he wins that fight, the rematch is even bigger. Now, to his point, there's a rematch clause that Gervonta...
Sure, but I actually understand why the New York State Athletic Commission did not want to overturn the result. Basically, they're saying that rounds 10, 11, and 12, they don't know how Gervonta Davis and even Lamont Roach would have adjusted to their fighting strategies and all that if a knockdown had been scored. Obviously, that changes the trajectory of the fight.
Tank stepped into the ring against Lamont Roach, anticipating another dominant performance. However, instead of a decisive victory, he left with more controversy than triumph. Since the fight, backlash has been mounting, with fans insisting he should have lost. Adding to the turmoil, his ongoing legal troubles could soon force him to step away from the sport.
They upheld the draw, but they said the referee should have counted as a knockdown. So they said it was a knockdown, but they wasn't going to change it.
To be fair, this isn't entirely surprising. Tank had already predicted that 2025 would be his final year in boxing. The difference now is that the decision may no longer be his to make. From the opening bell, his confidence was undeniable, even telling Roach outright, "You're not going to win," as if the outcome was already set. But when the fight went the full distance, it was clear things hadn't gone as planned, sparking the wave of criticism now surrounding him.
How they go off of Gervonta Davis taking a knee and then going midway, Steve Willis, doing the 4 count and then stops it.
That was crazy.
And then they allow it, and then they call it a draw, and then they say they try to overturn it, but they can't overturn it. It's already done. The gig is up. And then they keep it a draw, but they change the rules.
If I'm a boxer, if I get dropped, I'm gonna tell the ref to stop.
Yeah.
Tank did it.
Yeah.
Hey, stop. No.
Yeah, you gotta finish that count.
Yeah.
When Floyd got hurt, he hurt his hand, and one of his hands he touched. I don't even think he touched the canvas, but they started right away, giving him the 8 count.
Yeah.
Give him a 10 count at least. He beat it. But this is my problem with today's sport of boxing, is that everyone's changing their sanctioning rules, and they make them, and they create them.
The judges ruled the fight a draw, and while Davis may have been content with the result, Roach's camp had other plans. Almost immediately, they pushed for the decision to be overturned, arguing their fighter had done more than enough to secure the win. However, after reviewing the case, the commission upheld the draw. That ruling should have settled the matter, but Roach's team wasn't ready to back down. Instead, they shifted their focus to a different argument, one that could have serious consequences for Davis. Midway through the fight, Tank did something that caught the attention of fans, analysts, and now the commission. After taking a knee, he called for a towel, essentially requesting a timeout, something that has no place in boxing. The rules are clear, and fighters are made well aware of them before stepping into the ring.
Rinse back in. Don't throw anything in the ring. You need my attention for anything, go through the inspectors. Okay. Just another fight. Just another fight. No need to get too deep about it. All right, just another fight. All right, been here before, know what it's all about. So, I'll see you.
In boxing, there are no timeouts, no pauses to catch your breath. When a fighter takes a knee, it's up to the referee to count and decide if they can continue. This is at the heart of the legal heat now surrounding Tank. According to Lamont Roach's lawyers, Davis did something in the ring that shouldn't have happened and was never held accountable. To them, this highlights a deeper issue within the sport, one that favors top fighters. Their argument is that because Tank is a fan favorite, he was spared a harsh ruling to protect his star power. In their view, he should face the consequences of his actions, even if it means having his boxing license revoked.
That should have been an 8 count. The ref is a very professional ref. He's one of the best in the world, but he made a big mistake right there. You know, he helped the star, and when you know who the star is and who you're protecting, you still have to be fair, man. You still have to be fair because Roach walked away with the draw, But he should have been champion right now. And even though they already promised him a rematch, they already told him, you know, I'm pretty sure they already told him how much he's gonna make in the rematch. He's still not a champion right now. And he should. Sometimes fighters prefer being a world champion than getting the big purse, because being a world champion is something special to them. And you know, even though Roach is already a world champion at 130, but moving up to being a two division champion, beating somebody like Tank is huge for him, for his career, for his family, for his trainer, for everybody. I think that should have been a.
If anyone has been adding fuel to the fire, it's Ryan Garcia. Never one to stay silent on boxing controversies, Garcia once again weighed in on the situation. During an appearance on the Ring Champs with AK and Bark podcast, he didn't hold back, criticizing Davis's performance against Roach and questioning the legitimacy of the result. Tank did what he always does, gave away the rounds, and Lamont always had an answer, Garcia said. Anytime Tank tried to pick up the pace, Roach responded, and I felt like he boxed perfectly. For Garcia, the issue isn't just the scoring, it's how Tank fought. He believed Davis lacked aggression and that Roach had figured him out, making it a fight that should have ended with a different result.
When I'm not sharp here, you know, anything can happen.
Yo, Ryan, what do you think about the knockdown? The knockdown with Tank?
That was a knockdown, you know, without a doubt. You can't spin it no other way. It's too clear. And I think the commission needs to do something about it, because it can give me an incentive, you know, anytime I'm not feeling good in a fight, take a knee.
Well, they said
and that's not a shot at Tank. I respect Tank, and I like Tank a lot.
More importantly, Garcia called on the commission to take action over the knee incident. I thought Lamont won, Garcia continued, and I think the commission needs to address that knee, because if they don't, then every fighter will think they can take a knee whenever they want. They have to do something about it. I mean, they took action against me. So the same rules should apply to everyone, right? As the controversy grew, Lamont Roach Jr. also spoke out. However, his approach was far more measured. Appearing on the Come and Talk to Me podcast, Roach defended Davis's skills while emphasizing that the fight had been a true test for both men. I want people to know that he was at his best. That night, Roach said. Just because he didn't meet expectations doesn't mean he fought poorly. People calling him trash or overrated now, that's not fair. He's a great fighter. While his words seemed like a sign of respect, there was an underlying message. Roach needs people to believe he faced the best version of Tank Davis, not a fighter in decline. If the narrative shifts to Tank losing a step, it diminishes what Roach accomplished in the ring.
He got lucky as a draw. He did a good fight, though. I thought he won it, but man, you gotta just create more action. That's a sparring session as far as I'm concerned. But God damn, that's not the Gervonta I know.
While Roach defended Davis's abilities, it was clear he wanted to keep the focus on his own performance. Meanwhile, outside opinions continued to pour in. Promoter Eddie Hearn weighed in, arguing that Davis shouldn't be disqualified over the incident. However, public perception had already begun to turn against him. If the commission let him off too easily, it would only fuel accusations of favoritism. But if they punished him too harshly, it could be seen as an overreaction. Either way, Tank now found himself in a situation with no easy way out.
The fight, we had a show that night. I haven't watched the full fight. One thing that's kind of baffling is that it wasn't a knockdown. I mean, look, he wasn't hurt. There's no doubt about that. But if you take a knee in the fight and you touch down, whilst punches are being thrown, it has to be a knockdown. I've heard some people saying, oh, that, you know, he should be disqualified. He went back to the corner. I don't buy that, to be honest with you. I mean, I think that's a warning. But it's a bit of a bizarre situation. For me, like, there was a lot of people in boxing that were saying that this is a really tough fight. Like, Lamont Roach is a serious fighter. I said it might not be the biggest profile fight, but it's actually quite a tough fight. And Shakur said to me, like, even the day before, I'm telling you, he's going to have big trouble tomorrow night. And I just feel like hopefully this could be...
The UFC legend, widely regarded as one of the greatest mixed martial artists of all time, made a surprising offer to Davis. The two had met before, sparking speculation in the combat sports world, but now Jones had something more to say. Amid Tank's legal troubles, a video of Jones quickly went viral on social media, offering Davis an unexpected opportunity. "When are we going to get you in the cage?" Jones asked. "I'll teach you myself, man. Grappling, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, all of it. It'll be easy for you, bro. Those hands, nobody wants to see them. You've got so much time. I see super fights in your future. Nobody wants problems with you, my guy."
Man, it's nice to meet you, man. You working hard, huh? How you get that power, bruh? Where that power come from? God given? I knew it. I knew it. God bless you, man. Time to shake your hand. Yes, sir. Goes, man.
It was a bold move, but not entirely surprising. Jones has long been an advocate for crossover fights, and with Davis facing serious trouble, in boxing, the idea of a fresh start in MMA might suddenly seem more appealing. While Tank didn't commit to anything outright, his response turned heads. "Let's do it," he said. "I'm willing to do it." That single statement sparked a wave of speculation. If Davis seriously considered stepping into MMA, it would mark one of the biggest combat sports crossovers in recent memory. And with Dana White openly discussing plans to bring the UFC's business model into boxing, the timing couldn't be more intriguing.
Just done a deal to start a new boxing league with Turkey, who absolutely loves the sport of boxing.
I am very happy today. I give the flag of boxing to the best man who can handle it. He have a tough job now, but I am sure he will be delivering to the people and the fans the magnificent league and get boxing great again.
The model is proven to deliver the fights that the fans want to see. The best will fight the best, and the fighters will continue to move up the rankings and become world champions. We will continue to make announcements on where you can watch and all